Should we have an intro?
This is our podcast intro.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Hits Podcast. My name is Oscar. This is my sister, Sophia. This is our podcast. It's called the Hits Podcast, HTS, no I. We are back in the regular studios, my room, Sophia's room, because we're not on vacation anymore. You saw
Sad
the last
days.
episode. We were in the same room, face to face,
Well,
because
Oscar
we were
was...
on vacation, and I met up with them.
I think I was wearing this shirt too, actually.
Bummy ass motherfucker.
Rude.
Just kidding. I've never worn this shirt on the podcast. I got it recently. It's a little loose, but I kind of like it. Oh, what the fuck is that?
Wait, stand up
have
because I
something on
can't
my
see it.
sleeve.
Because the way my phone is,
You can see it. I was like, it's exactly. I was like, the whole thing is exactly the way this is, like my shoulders and shit. No, you can see it. You're crazy. Look, it's the same.
Oh,
It's
now I can see it.
You're
Can't
full of
see
shit.
it.
I saw my little picture right there. You can see it.
My camera is covering it, like my phone. All I can
No.
see is from this up on you.
You can't see.
Dummy.
No, I think she's lying. Anyways,
I think he's a jackal.
I meant to tell you this last week, and I completely forgot. And it might have been funnier in person, but oh well. You know how... So, back up a little bit. 2 weeks ago, I mentioned it when I was wearing the jersey. I was like, Perkins' brother's in town. Andrew's in town. We're going to go to the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back to that weekend. What I'm about to tell you happened after we recorded that weekend, so I couldn't tell you that weekend, and then I forgot last weekend. But I'm saying...
Okay.
Perkins' younger brother is named Jacob, right? No, I'm not going to say that. Never mind. His name's Jacob. He was here visiting, hanging out. What's up? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty cool. He's pretty funny. He's pretty chill. He likes, he's into cool shit and this and that and whatever. We're all kind of hanging out. We get along pretty well. So we're all here, right? But here's the thing. It very, very quickly became a fucking theme of the weekend that he and Josh were like having not like little pissing contests, but kind of like just like challenging each other or just talking shit. More so talking shit because they didn't actually do any of the things they were talking about. You know what I mean? Like they bring up basketball and Jacob would be like, "Oh, I would definitely beat you at a one-on-one, Josh," and Josh would be like, "You're fucking stupid," and they would just start talking shit about, I would beat you, nah, no way, no chance, I'm way bigger than you, and Jacob was kind of doing it just to piss off Josh, like just to rile him up and shit,
And it worked.
And Josh would be like, "Nah, I would destroy you and this and whatever," and Jacob, it was funny because we very, very quickly like kind of started noticing the young like slang or lingo because we never say it. Like I think the new word, you remember how like in like middle school, beast was like the word to describe anything you liked, or fucking swag was the word at some point, or this
Swag
was the
was
word, or like
above my
fire was
time.
the word. It was before your time, yeah, but it was the word, right? And like fire was the word. I think now it's tough because that motherfucker kept calling everything tough. I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that. I'm so far removed, I guess. And it pissed me off because there was one point we were shopping at the mall and he got like a sweater or some shit and he kind of like showed his brother.
Tough.
He showed his brother or Josh or this, and I was kind of off to the side and he came and he was like, "Yo, is this tough?" And he was like, is it cool?" And he rephrased it right away and I was like, "Fuck you, I know what it means." Like,
Did you though? Did you?
yes, cause that was already he had already said it like 30 times before that and I figured it out, right?
You're
Anyways,
like context clues.
I still don't appreciate that. I still don't appreciate that, Jacob. Another thing, fuck. This was supposed to be. I'm supposed to clip this and send it to him because he asked me to tell this story and send it to him. He was like, "Yo, can you talk about this on your podcast?" I was like, "Fuck yeah."
That's so funny.
Another quick side story about Jacob. He was talking about his job and he was like, "Yeah, like one time this happened.
Where
and
does
these
he work?
people were there. It doesn't matter. One time this happened. These people, blah blah blah." And he was like, "Nah, but that dude was like, he was old." And they were like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, he was way older, like really old, like 25." I'm not gonna say how old I am, but fuck you again, Jacob. I didn't appreciate that.
But it's very close.
Anyways, no, I thought it was like at least like 40. You know what I mean? But anyways,
That's very old.
if for his age, that's what I would expect him to regard as old. You know what I mean?
That's so
Not
sad.
fucking 25. But anyways,
That's so funny though that he thinks 25 is very old. I'm just old then. I'm not very old.
yeah.
I'll take
Anyways, that fucking guy. So he and Josh, he kept like trying to poke Josh's buttons. And kept riling him up about like they had mentioned something about pickleball, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a demon at pickleball. Like, I'll destroy all of you." Blah, blah, blah. And he kept saying he would beat us in things, and Josh was the only one that kept being like, "Motherfucker, you wouldn't beat me. You wouldn't beat me, man."
Just
And
because
for
Perkins already
everything,
knows. Like, he's just being
yeah,
a
like
jackal.
I don't really care. I think Perkins already knows. Josh is the only one that actually like cares to fucking be very emotionally invested in like meaningless competition. But anyways, here's the thing. For everything that they kind of like went at each other for, Jacob kept saying on my soul, which is another, you know, not slang necessarily, because it's like people have said on my
Phrase.
whatever, like, yeah, just soul specifically, right? Like on my mama, I'll fucking whatever. Okay, that makes sense. Or like put it on your kids, or like, you know what I mean? Like on my whatever, betting on whatever. That's a common thing. But he kept saying on my soul, on my soul. And then he would step it up. He'd be like, on my soul, I'll beat you in basketball. And Josh was like, on your soul, you're gonna die. And he was like, on my soul, on everybody in this room's soul, I'll beat you in a one-on-one. Right? And they would go back and forth and back and forth. And this motherfucker developed a very quick habit. Jacob quickly developed a habit of putting things on my soul. And he would do it. He would like, yeah, I'm a demon at pickleball. Or we were talking about going to play mini golf, and he was like, oh, I'll destroy you guys at mini golf. And Josh was like, no. On my soul, I'll destroy. On Oscar's soul, I'll destroy you at fucking mini golf. It happened for like everything. On Oscar's soul. By the end of the weekend, I was putting things on my fucking soul. Just because fuck Josh. Like, we went to Texas Roadhouse, and Jacob was gonna order like a burger or something. And he's like, "You think he's pretty big?" And he was like, "We were like, yeah, it's pretty big." And he's like, "Ah, it's cool." And Josh was like, "Your little skinny ass isn't gonna finish that." And I was like, "On my soul, he's gonna finish that burger."
You're so stupid.
Did he finish the burger? Didn't finish it. No.
That's why he's putting it on your soul. He's like, you know what?
At the end, he was there, and I was like, "Yo, bro, you got to eat that. I already did it. I signed up." And he was like, "There's a reason I didn't say it, bro."
He's like, "I knew I wouldn't."
But it was hilarious because, like, I think that was kind of his way of starting to poke at me too, because he doesn't know me as well. He's known Josh for a long time. And so he kept like challenging Josh to shit on my soul, and he started on Oscar's soul. I freaking whatever, and he would kind of like do it and like look like,
yeah.
What, are you gonna say? And something? Eventually, I was like, "Yo, what's with this whole putting everything on my soul thing?" It was funny when it was yours, you know what I mean? Like, you keep this is becoming a habit, but it was hilarious.
You're like, my soul's gonna be tainted because of you.
And then right after that, he was like, "Yo, can you talk about me on your podcast?" or how did it go? I had said some shit, or like we were just kind of talking because I had already mentioned before, like, "Yo, you keep putting everything on my soul, bro." And then he was like, "Yo, can you talk about me on your podcast and then clip it and send it to me?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And he was like, "For real?" And I was like, "Yeah, like easy." And I wrote it down on my notes. And then I wrote, Jacob kept putting everything on my soul, and I put it in my notes. And I was like, that's actually a funny story in general to begin with.
Yeah.
And then I showed it to him. I was like, look, like, I'll just do it like this. I'll tell the story, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of broke it down. And I was like, easy, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, that was for you, Jacob.
The funny thing is,
I think I need to find his Instagram. I don't think I have it.
Oh my God. Anyways. The funny thing is, he's all like, for real, like, you're saying he's all getting surprised?
He was like excited. Yeah, like.
Bro, we got like, what? 2 followers that we don't know on YouTube. You know what I mean?
I don't get it. No, what?
Like, we're not, like, our podcast isn't like...
Oh, we're not like, famous.
We're not famous. Like, we just have a podcast. You know what I mean? But he's all like, oh my God.
But what if we become famous? Then there's a famous story of Jacob.
There's a famous story of Jacob.
Can I tell you something?
Oh my God. Sure.
I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. But... for the first time in this entire time that I've been in forever. Yes, for the first time since I've moved away this week.
You said hi to a girl.
No, I was...
Oh, he still hasn't done that.
I was like missing you guys. But I don't know why. Because I just fucking saw you. And I've seen you guys a million times. and I haven't missed you at all in any of that time because I talked to you guys so much and because I've seen you so much. You know what I mean?
Jeez, thanks.
No, but it doesn't make sense to me because I started to like. I think it's because of like the movie, and this is before we had the conversation that we won't mention right now about whatever.
Mayo?
Yes.
Okay.
It was like earlier this week, and I think it's because like Josh and Perkins are gonna go to their own place, and I'm gonna go to my own place, and like things are kind of developing, or it's kind of like coming to whatever end. And I think I've maybe just been a little like not nostalgic, but just like sentimental. But I was missing you guys. I started thinking and like reminiscing on like bullshit. Like, remember when we lived in Socorro and we would just go to the store, like stupid shit like that we haven't done in fucking forever.
Years.
Or like watching. I was mentioning in like I've been feeling like watching The Grinch, and I was like, yeah, there's that one scene where Max is playing the drums, and that would be Sophia. Like a fucking idiot just hitting the drums everywhere if I was playing the organ and shit.
I thought you
know
were
what I
talking
mean?
about the good Grinch.
I was thinking about stupid. Well, I like that Grinch a lot actually. I was just thinking about. I kept thinking about stupid little shit like that. Like, yeah, we used to go to the store, or like, yeah, we used to. I can't even think of anything. It was a lot of the
Yeah.
store, like just simple shit like going shopping, because like these guys never go shopping with me, or they never need to go shopping when I need to go shopping. You know what I mean? It wasn't even shit like
Just
I miss
FaceTime
when-
me when you go shopping.
I was gonna say it wasn't even shit like I miss when me and Sophia used to go to Wingstop every weekend, blah 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 blah. It wasn't like specific shit. It wasn't like I miss when we would all cook out on Sundays in the backyard. Nope, it was like stupid, pointless shit like going to the store to go grocery shopping. Just
I think
'cause.
I think also because it's coming to like the end of an era or whatever.
That's what I'm
'Cause
saying. I think
once,
that's what it is.
like- Like not only you saw us, because our previous vacation, the one we just came back from, was for my graduation. And I'm gonna start applying to jobs, right? And there's a very real possibility that when I go to whatever my first job's gonna be, I'm not gonna be able to like get time off depending on what contract I sign. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To go to Thanksgiving or for Christmas or stuff like that. So it was like known, or it was said, I don't know if mom ever said it to you, but like for sure me and Celeste were like talking about it, that this could very well be not the last, like last ever, but the last in a long time vacation that we have that we're all together.
Yeah,
like
people keep saying that, but I don't think that's gonna be like.
No,
the
it could
case.
like I think it could be.
And
And also, like-
depends. Like vacation, maybe the last one for a while. But
I
like,
literally
you're gonna have
said vacation. You
no.
jackhole.
You said or whatever. Or whatever could also be holidays all going back home for Thanksgiving. That falls under or whatever to me. And I don't think I don't think we're gonna have a problem getting together for Thanksgiving or Christmas or that or whatever. Maybe vacations where we all go to a third location, that might be a little harder. But no, I mean you're having a good job. You're gonna have a good
But
job.
like I
have a
might
good
not
job
get, because if I'm gonna work at a hospital, chances are I won't be getting the holidays off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Like
it's still good jobs are good jobs, and they have things like benefits, like PTO, and PTO is PTO, no matter where you're working. You know what I mean? Like if you submit for the time off and they approve it, then you have the time off. You know
and
what
what
I mean?
happens if they don't approve it?
I mean, they can't never approve it. It also depends on like availability.
Well, I'm
and
saying
this and that.
for-
So maybe not necessarily
For
holidays.
holidays,
But
that's
if you
what I'm
ask
saying.
for a random week in fucking May, maybe not May because that's graduation season, but like the end of June, why not? You know what I mean? Like,
In like August.
yeah, bullshit like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll be that bad. I think initially when you first start, of course, you're new and this and that, but I don't think it'll be that bad.
That's what I'm saying. If I have a job by Thanksgiving, I'm probably not gonna be able to fly back to El Paso.
Mom
Like,
said we would
on
all go visit
Thanksgiving.
you at that point.
Oh, I'm so special.
I already told you that. I told you that earlier this week.
Yeah, but I wanted it like. on
No
permanent,
one
you know?
said publicly.
I wanted it known publicly
Stupid asshole.
that I'm the
No,
favorite.
yeah, mom was saying that like it let's say you get a job and it starts the week of Thanksgiving, you're probably not gonna be able to take enough time off to fucking leave. So
Mhm.
then we would all go to wherever the fuck you are. If you're with me, if you're by yourself, if this or that. Which I already have that whole weekend off. Like flying back to Texas the day of Thanksgiving isn't much different than flying to wherever. You know what I mean? Like unless it's crazy far.
Bruh.
Flying out the day of is flying out the day of, and flying back that weekend is flying back that weekend. You know,
Bruh. Yeah. On Indeed, it wasn't a job offer from like the person, but Indeed was like, hey, I think you would be. You're a good suit for this.
Good candidate. For
you're a
this
good candidate
application.
for this. Are you interested? And it was to fucking Alaska.
Ugh, don't go to Alaska. I will not visit you.
I would get a $25,000 sign-on bonus.
No,
plus moving.
Buy a fucking car. They'll pay your moving expenses.
Yeah,
nah,
but
dude,
no, I don't want to go to.
Crazy.
I don't want to go to Alaska. Plus, she who shall not be named lives there, or I don't know if she still lives there, but
that bitch.
Yeah, that bitch.
Are we leaving that in?
Yeah.
Yeah. You heard it. Bro, I've been seeing more and more SpongeBob clips on Instagram, and every time I see them, I'm like, what the fuck? Coco didn't watch SpongeBob growing up. Like, I learned that recently, that she never, like, she didn't watch it. Like, Betty didn't let her. Kid. Betty didn't let her, though. But she says that Betty thought it was, like, she didn't like it. Like, that she thought it was, like, weird or this or that or whatever. But then I saw a bunch of people in the comments, and they're like, I was never allowed to watch SpongeBob, and I found
There's so many people that weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob.
I thought it was, like they had a fundamental problem with the show. And I'm like, what did SpongeBob do? Like, what it didn't talk about anything that was problematic
Didn't
or this
they think
or that or
it was like the devil show or something like that?
Yeah, but religious people think a lot of things are the devil. Anyways, I saw a lot of people saying that they weren't allowed to watch it, and they later found out that it was strictly because their parents hated SpongeBob's voice, and they just absolutely like refused. Like, no, I'm not doing it. Which is honestly valid. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Because I've said for a long time, my kids will never listen to those bullshit kids songs that kids listen to and watch those bullshit kids shows that kids listen to. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's and I'm like,
what about
it's literally
Bluey?
Maybe, but maybe not. Just because fuck you. It's literally this kind of thing where, like, in my head, I'm like, he's my kid living in my house. If I don't put something on, he's not gonna know it exists. How can he like something that he doesn't know exists?
You know he's gonna go to school and like the teachers can play.
No.
He's gonna be homeschooled or what?
No. That motherfucker's not gonna know how to read. Fuck him.
They're gonna play songs.
I'm just kidding. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not playing them. Fuck you. I will play. I have a lot of music that I really like, and I'm sure he'll like too. There's a lot of shows. I'll play SpongeBob. I'll play Fairly Odd Parents. I'll put on fucking Phineas and Ferb. I will go scour the earth for old fucking DVDs of fucking cartoons if I have to, so I don't have to watch fucking Coco Melon. Like,
no, yeah,
I'll fucking sing to him. You know what I mean? I'll fucking put on a weird goofy hat and sing to that motherfucker before I put on that type of shit.
You should put on Steven Universe. That's a good one.
Fuck that show. That's just stupid. Just kidding. I never really watched it.
I'm like, it's better than Coco Melon.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's some shows that like the little girl I used to babysit, she would watch it and I'd be like,
this shit's fire. Look.
This is kind of fire, you know? Bluey was one of them.
Well, that's what Bluey. Sophia started watching. Sophia's a grown ass adult that watches Bluey
with no kids.
Like
anyways.
Oh, hold up, real quick. I saw an Instagram post, and it was like every generation grows up with the blue dog. And
oh
the first
my god!
One was Snoop Dogg, all fucking blue, like wearing all blue shit, and the second one was Blue from Blue's Clues, and then the third one was Bluey. Right? I was a Blue's Clues baby. I fucking love that shit. Apparently, nah. I sent it to my mom and I sent it to Sophia, and I was like, or in Sophia's case, a blue dog for her adulthood. And I'm talking about Bluey because Sophia watches Bluey.
Just every now and then, you know.
No.
It's cute.
I've seen it. It doesn't seem to be. It seems like people got together and finally fucking said, "Hey, we can make a show that kids like that isn't fucking insufferable for anyone that isn't a kid." You know what I mean? Because I feel like Coco Melon and like all those type of shows, they literally just like, how can we make this look pretty and technically have sound? Because everything else about it is the most brain-rotting fucking bullshit ever. You know what I mean?
Bruh. Apparently, too, there's recent studies that show, like, you know how when you're a kid, you're supposed to develop within a certain pace? Like, when you're, I don't know the exact things, but like,
however
let's say
old you should
when
be
you're
able to
one,
do this.
you should have said your first word and you should be crawling by that age. When you're two, you should say full sentences.
I get it.
Which I don't think that's how
I get it.
That has been like they've been
Linked.
no, they've been pushing that further. So like if it by 1 you should say your first word. Now they're saying no. By 2 you should say their first word. Like the official like site people are like, oh no, there's nothing wrong with your kid. It's just starting to be pushed back now. And people are like,
Why?
Yeah.
Are we
And
supposed to be
so,
getting
like,
smarter? Just kidding, we're not. Well, we are and we're not.
but anyways,
Have you heard that
so-
theory? Not to get Joe Rogan on you, but like, have you heard that?
Who's Joe Rogan?
You know who fucking Joe Rogan is. Stop playing with me. You
That's
fucking
very
better,
aggressive.
dude.
He's a fighter?
Oh my god, Sophia. Anyways, Joe.
I know he has a podcast.
Joe, he's a comedian too, and he talks. He has a little bit. I think it's a.
He's a
stand-up
fighter
bit.
and a comedian?
Shut up. He has a little stand-up bit. Fuck, I said it like a bitch. Shut up, Sophia. He has a little stand-up bit where he talks about, he's like, we're getting dumber, people. Like, you realize that, right? Like, the human race is declining in intelligence. And he's like, because back in the day, before civilization, all the dummies died. They got eaten. They fell off the cliff. They this, they that. They died.
Now,
They
there
were
is
not
no
capable
natural
of
selection.
passing. Yeah, they were not
No.
capable of passing on their stupid genes to the new generation. He's like, we've covered all the sharp corners, people. All the dummies are having kids. Like, and I'm like, I think that's
so
the type of thing.
funny.
That's the type of thing that a lot of people would dismiss as like bro science or as like fucking bullshit, political shit. And I'm like, no, dude, that's true. Like, just point blank, period. That's true. People who were incapable, people who in another world or at another time would not have fucking had kids because of this or that or natural selection or whatever, they're having kids. You know what I mean? Or
Mhm.
people who would have died off from whatever disease that they were naturally born with, they're living through that because they have medicine now and they have kids and those kids have that shit and they have medicine. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
all that type of shit. Like, it's
Yep.
crazy.
that's
You know what
why
else I've
I
heard?
won't marry a man with scoliosis. I'm not going to take that to my kids.
I've
Just-
heard shit like that where like like in theory, in medical theory, you could eliminate pretty much all of like the genetic diseases
By just
If-
not having kids.
by not having by not having kids with people that kind of carry that gene on.
Well, yeah, what
know what I
else
mean?
did you mean by when I said, like, what, just everyone not
Well,
having
not-
kids?
not having kids
Obviously,
at
it would just be
all.
the people that don't
No.
have the disease.
Just you like
Or-
certain genes.
Yeah.
To my understanding, like certain genes, either on their own or mixed with others, can lead to whatever disease. So if you mix and match in a way where the genes have like a really hard time passing on, eventually you'll get to a point where they kind of don't exist anymore. But
Mhm.
that would require like gene testing before
Years.
you.
Yeah.
That would require years, and it would require like gene testing and all sorts of like kind of planning with the person that you're just supposed to be in love with and marrying and having kids with. But I'm like,
Mhm. That's why you gotta
Interesting.
pick your partners right, people.
when you have that
Standards.
conversation,
Make them
when you have that,
higher.
when you have that real conversation about how the relationship is gonna work, it's like we need to go get DNA tested, woman.
Let's go. And then you get DNA tested, and then we're like, you know what? I don't want my kid to have that, so we're adopting. Just kidding, imagine. That would be
Yeah.
so, I would cry. Like, if like we went and then I had whatever, and it's like, oh, nope, don't want your
I'm not having your
babies.
babies.
or I don't want to put any babies in you. I'd be like, it's kind of rude.
That's so funny. I have a little game. that you play.
Oh, I have a
love
game.
games?
Oh, but this, I love what?
Games.
Well, yeah,
No?
but like,
Okay,
no,
whatever.
we should play that game. We'll do this on the next podcast because it takes like 4 thinking or whatever. We should play that
Preparation.
game. No, maybe.
Oh.
I didn't hear what you said, to be honest. We should play that game where, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's it starts with one word, so it'll be like ship, and then there's like, let's say there's 5 words in total. The first word ship, and then the next 4 words only have the first letter. And so the next one will be like, how do you spell wreck?
Sharp.
W-R,
W-R, yeah.
right? So it'd be like ship and then a W. And then you have to decide, like, you have to figure out what this word is. And you go ship, wreck. And then it'll be wreck. Oh, this is bad. I don't know what other. It's like common phrases, right? Like,
Lost, and then it would be A, and then it would be at, and then it would be S, and then it would be C.
no. You know what? I'll just
Lost
send you a
at sea.
video. No.
I don't know.
No, they don't
This-
relate to this first word. So if it was like shipwreck,
The next
it'd
word
be-
only has to relate to wreck.
to wreck, right?
This
And
is
then
a game that we play between you and I, or is it like a device thing?
no. You come up with a series of like things, and then I come up with one, and then you have to solve mine, and then I solve yours. But we take turns. So like I'll go, and then I'll go like ship wreck, and then I say wreck that ship, but that wasn't the next word. Then you go, and then you say whatever the next one was. I'll send you a video. I'll send you. It'll be fun. I'm explaining it bad.
It doesn't
It'll be
sound
fun. It is
But
fun.
anyways, I feel like this is gonna be a shit show because it's like
Exactly.
I have to rely on what you consider to be related in the words.
Oh
You know what I
no,
mean? Like,
I'm gonna be Googling stuff. Don't worry.
okay.
The internet will say it's related.
Oh fuck.
Like if someone said crabby and then there was a P, patties.
And then patty would be beef.
Patty
And
melt.
And then
Ah!
melt would be like ice or heat or.
No, you're still not getting it. It's common phrase.
How the fuck?
No, you're saying it's relating like melt? Okay, what melts? Ice. No. It has to be a phrase. Like Krabby Patties. Krabby
Patty
and patty
melt.
patty melt.
Melt. Oh.
Ah,
The fuck comes after melt?
your mom.
This is a
Okay.
puzzle.
That's my
Like
mom
just
too.
to set up. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Melt you. Melt Ted. I don't know. Anyways, this is gonna be hard. Anyways,
It'll be fun.
I have a game.
What's the
All right.
game? All right.
I'm gonna say.
You're gonna say
Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna say a flavor.
Flavor Flay?
You you rate that flavor on a 1 to 10, but just quickly.
Oh, is
just
it
not
is it a
serious.
blind rank?
No, just shut up. I'm gonna say a flavor. You rate the flavor on a 1 to 10. Quick, not a lot of explanation, not a lot of thought. Just you hear it. How do you regard that flavor? Right?
Wait. I have questions. I know you said not a lot of thoughts, but I have a lot of thoughts.
What?
What's 1 and 10? Like, what's the scale? Like, 1's the best,
10
10's
is
the worst?
good.
10 is good. Why would 10 be good?
Because it's a 10 out of 10, bro. It's five. In 1 to 5 stars. Why is 5
so
good?
it's not
Stupid
a
ass.
ranking like this is number 1, this is
No,
number 2.
you're
It's a 10 out of
rating.
10.
I said rating.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
Jesus.
Go. I'm ready.
Am I unreasonable for being
Yes.
this frustrated by her?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
Anyways, rate, not rank. Rate from 1 to 10. Ready? It's gonna be simple. Just
Oh,
Don't
it's
think about
never
it too
simple
much.
though. No, it's
don't
hard.
think about it too much.
Ah!
Ready? Chocolate,
10.
strawberry.
10. I like strawberries and I like chocolate. You said not to think.
This
I'm
might
not
not be that simple with your dumbass.
You
Okay,
said not to
let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Chocolate, 10.
10.
Strawberry.
10.
You like them equally, and you don't like anything else more than those?
Oh my god. See, you said not to think. I wasn't thinking.
Okay. Chocolate 10, strawberry 10, cookies and cream.
Oh,
Just rate it.
1,000.
A thou. Okay.
Let's go.
Butter pecan,
Like a 7.
vanilla,
Like a 7.
strawberry cheesecake, like a blizzard, right?
Ooh.
Fucking Dairy Queen.
Wait, a blizzard or strawberry cheesecake? Because those are 2 different things.
No, okay.
That was on you.
Keep it all ice cream. Keep it all ice cream.
Oh,
Strawberry
these are all. You should have said this before. Okay, strawberry cheesecake. Ooh, that one's good. I guess like 8.
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch. I don't think I've ever had that one. In the void.
Vanilla bean.
Isn't that just vanilla?
Fuck.
Sweet.
Look. Okay, there we go. Got you, motherfucker. This isn't a game. This is a thought experiment, and I needed to figure out how to get you to participate naturally. Here's the thing. I said vanilla, and Sophia said 7. I said
I
vanilla
thought, no, didn't
bean.
I say 8? Didn't
Shut
I
up.
say 8?
Nope. I said vanilla. Sophia said 7.
Oh.
I said vanilla bean. Sophia said 8, which is my point. I was at the airport and I was buying a burger, right? And they had shakes, and I was reading the shake flavors, and one of them said vanilla bean. And I'm an old lady, so I like flavors that aren't that sweet. One of them said vanilla bean, and I was like, ooh, vanilla bean. And then it clicked in my head, and I was like, that's just vanilla. But I genuinely, if I see vanilla, I'm like, vanilla. But if I see vanilla bean, I'm like, ooh, vanilla bean. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Can you listen to
I'm not listening.
I'm talking to you.
You said you're like vanilla, and you're like, fuck vanilla, and you're like vanilla bean, and you're like, ooh, vanilla bean.
Ooh, vanilla
I'm
bean.
your lady. I was listening.
That's the point of my story. That's so funny to me. That it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Vanilla comes from vanilla bean pods. Vanilla is vanilla bean. It's the same shit.
Maybe they leave
But
more of
why-
the beans in there.
But why in our head is it like fancier? You know what I mean? It's like
Honestly, I was trying to remember what I ranked vanilla. I thought I ranked it 8. Like that's why I said
you
8.
ranked it 7. No,
Oh.
you ranked it 7. That's my point.
Subconsciously,
though.
then I guess.
In your intuition, you were like, nah, vanilla bean is better. Though in reality, I think if you're fancy enough to call the flavor vanilla bean, it actually does taste better than when people call it vanilla. But isn't that funny? It's the same fucking thing. It's like chocolate and double chocolate. Or like, but I think if you see chocolate and you see double chocolate, whatever, like 2 ice cream tubs and one of them's chocolate, one of them's double chocolate, you're just like, it's the same fucking shit, right? But if you see an ice cream tub of vanilla and you see a tub of vanilla bean, in your head, those are different things. You know what I mean? Like, the vanilla bean is undoubtedly better. Like,
maybe it has to do with like the cream they use, you know?
no, I think it's just the
Like
amount of
when
the
icing the
amount
ice cream.
I think maybe like vanilla, they use like vanilla extract, and then vanilla bean, they use actual bean pods or something like that. But to my understanding, it's all comes from derives from the same original source. That was my point. This wasn't a game. It was an experiment just for me to see like what you think. You made it really difficult.
I don't know how. You said don't think I didn't think.
Bro.
And then you yell. It's rude.
Maybe I should have specified ice cream flavors.
Yeah, you should have.
But I didn't want to give too much away. Because I think if I specified ice cream flavors and I said vanilla and vanilla bean, you would have immediately like, that's the same fucking thing, and given it the same answer. But I just wanted to play more of like a word association game of like chocolate, strawberry, ooh, cookies and cream, oh, the best. Vanilla,
I love cookies and cream.
butter pecan, underrated. Fucking, I couldn't think of any flavors after that. I started running out. Vanilla bean, you know what I mean? Like, that was what I was hoping for, but it was there was a bit of work needed.
Yeah, clearly.
Anyways,
I don't.
Isn't
See,
that
I still
interesting, though?
don't. I still
think it's
don't see
interesting.
what was wrong with me saying 10 for both. Like,
because do you like chocolate and strawberry equally?
so then you should have said instead of ranking it out of 10, rating it out of 10, you should have done the ranking instead.
No.
Well, I guess it wouldn't have worked for your thing. But no, I like them. Sometimes I'm in a mood
chocolate and
for
strawberry
chocolate,
equally.
and sometimes. Well, I thought you were talking about like chocolate
Do you
and
like them?
strawberries.
You like those equally?
Yeah.
Fucking freak.
Together? Fucking fire.
That's not the same. You like chocolate ice cream and strawberry ice cream equally. And you
Well,
like
I
both
didn't-
of those as much as you like cookies and cream?
Well, I gave cookies and cream 1,000, so that doesn't matter.
No, 1 to 10, asshole. That's why. Cookies and
No,
cream is supposed to be 10.
Cookies and cream.
Chocolate and strawberry are
No,
supposed to
no.
have more reasonable ratings of like 8.5.
Honey Boo Boo. No,
Ugh.
you don't get it. Cookies and cream breaks
beyond
that ranking.
fucking-
It is beyond.
Jesus.
Beyond.
Annoying.
Duh.
ass, bro.
I'm hilarious and you know it. Have you seen that video of the little kid who like drinks the water? He goes, and he gives
No.
or it's not water, but it's like juice or something. And he gives it to like the guy who's like babysitting him, or it's like his older brother or something. And he goes, I'm the other kid. He goes, and the little kid's like looking at him. And then he goes, like for him. It's super cute.
Oh, the first kid does it for him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
The
funny.
kid, he's little. He's like 3 or something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny. Speaking of
Very
little kids, did you see when we were at Legoland, right?
Yeah.
And we were in line for some ride, and
Uh-huh.
some fucking lady in front of us stop doing that with that shit. It's loud as fuck. Stop doing it. Sophia's always making noise during the podcast, and then I'm editing the podcast, and there's all sorts of
Editing.
fucking clinks and this and that. Jesus. We were in line, and some mom was there with like her 2 kids. I think it was a boy and a girl, and they were like
Mhm.
3 or 4, like walking, talking, still not smart, right? Like that
That's
age.
so rude.
Here's the thing. I don't know if you saw it. They were kind of like, her and her husband were moving up in line, and the kids were kind of like all over the place, and she was kind of trying to get a hold of them, and she was like, she does this shit. She fucking has a little fanny pack or like a little knapsack or something, and she fucking reaches in there, and she was like, "Hey, tomato." and she pulled out a little cherry fucking tomato and was just like, tomato, and like presented it to the kids like, ta-da!
Tomato.
And the kids were like,
Tomato.
and then the little boy fucking ran up and ate the tomato like a dog, but not even getting like a good treat, like a piece of bacon. They're getting like the little shitty ass cauliflower that nobody wants to eat. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, apparently people eat like tomatoes just like apples. I don't get
people
it.
are freaks. That was the thing. Here's the thing. In my head, I was like, oh my God, this is a real life version of the healthy, annoying moms that people make fun of in movies and TV shows that like only give their kids healthy snacks and don't let them eat candy and this and that and whatever. I was like, I guarantee you that kid has never had a fucking candy in his life. If he actually likes tomatoes to the point where he'll fucking like,
Stop misbehaving.
you get his attention with a fucking tomato. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It happened right in front of us. She was right in front of us in line, and I wanted to tell you right then and there, and I was like, nah, I'll tell her on the podcast. But I told mom, I was like, did you see that fucking lady lure her kid in with a fucking tomato? It was a little cherry tomato. And I was like, damn, poor kid has no taste. Like, no fucking way. Could you imagine? Like, think of all the stereotypes of like kids that refuse to eat their broccoli and shit like that, where they're like, eh, gross, like no flavor. This kid literally fucking like, and was hype as fuck for a little tomato. I was like,
That's funny.
damn, that's crazy. She's actually one of those moms. Like they're real. You know what I mean?
I like how you completely judged this lady.
Yeah, that's what
without
I was gonna
even knowing like
this
anything
is all.
else.
I think this is just a fun little story to tell. Like I don't really give shit what that lady does, but it was interesting to me. I'm like, what in real life? The fuck? You know? Maybe it's just me. Get out of here, Cyrus.
Wait.
What do you want?
What's up, Terry?
It's not how it goes.
Oh, you cutie patootie. Choo 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 choo.
He doesn't even look like he's having a good time.
Dun. Another one bites the dust.
How the fuck are you going through all of these different songs? Like how?
Like
where are they coming from? You know what I mean?
My brain.
Oh, that actually reminds me. One time.
One time? Just once?
I was working. Yeah, I was working.
You work?
Right, and I was on Teams, and I had this song in my head. I had the little score from Squid Games. The one they would do whenever they were walking from like room to room, or like from the room to the stage of the challenge, and they would show all the crazy stairways and all the dudes working. You know which one?
No, I've never seen Squid Games.
And I was like, oh, that would be cool if you like sampled that and like remixed it, right? So you play that like dun 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 dun, and then you put like other shit over it, like different drums or like a different bass, or you like do this and like all sorts of shit, right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing: they make us have our cameras on in the Teams meeting, and that shit was in my head, and I was just like,
oh my God. And they're all looking at you like,
no, they're doing the presentation, talking about the product and this and whatever the fuck and how it works and whatever. And I'm fucking jamming out because I'm standing up because my desk stands. And I'm fucking jamming out. And the homie, I'm not going to say his name, but the other homie, he direct messages me on Teams. And he was like, are you dancing? And I saw his message and I looked at him on the meeting and he was and I started laughing and he started laughing. But it's while they're teaching us shit that we're supposed to know for the job, so we're kind of like laughing to ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
you're
not
like
in the main chat.
Yeah.
And then I started laughing. He starts laughing, and I was like, I was like, there might be a song in my head, right? And he laughed, and I kept fucking going because I kept thinking about it, and I was like, right? And then he messaged me again a few minutes later. He was like, it looks like you're DJing, right? And I respond, I was like, it might be a remix.
In my head.
Anyways, right now you said DJ, and I was like, oh yeah, that was funny.
Sorry, that is funny.
I still haven't done that. I should. I think it would sound really cool.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm sure it will.
Anyways.
But
yeah. So if we had a party yesterday without me, guys.
It was a pizza party. We had pizza from Domino's, Pizza Hut, Peter Piper.
When was the last time I had pizza?
There was another one. And Papa John's. Papa John's. Pizza
I might get pizza.
And then wings from Wingstop. Not Wingstop. Wing Gutties.
Damn, you got all this fucking pizza
it
from where?
It was a
Domino's,
pizza
Papa
party. Domino's,
Papa
John's.
And you got wings?
Pizza Hut, Peter Piper, and wings.
Why the fuck did you get pizza from all those places? Or did people
Because
just bring
it's
the
a
pizza?
pizza party.
But did mom buy them all, or did people
Yeah.
bring the pizza?
No.
And you got wings? I should have gone just for the food.
You should have.
Bro, everyone was like very concerned with my attendance. Betty had like Josh got here Friday, right? And
Mhm.
then we were just chilling, and he was like, "Yo, my mom was asking if you're going to El Paso," and I was like, "The fuck, like,
Why would I
like,
go to El Paso?
yeah, why would I go, or like what occasion?" I was like for Thanksgiving, because I had just asked about Thanksgiving. I asked if they were going for Thanksgiving like a week ago or something, and then he was like, "Nah, for Sophia's thing," and I was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." I was like, "That's the type of occasion that I've in this last year have gone for." You know what I mean? Like just pop in and shit. And I was like, nah, I'm not going. Like, we just went to San Diego, and I was like, I thought about it, but it would be pretty expensive to go, and like, I have a bunch of other shit that I got to pay for right now.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like a laptop, because a laptop's more important than me graduating. No one
We'll
thought
get
I
to
was going to
that. We'll get to
graduate,
that.
Oscar.
Shut up. We'll get
No
to
one
that.
thought. And
What do you mean
here I
everyone
am.
thought? Sophia dedicated herself so much. It was kind of annoying, but like, it was like good on her, you know?
Okay, no one thought when I graduated high school that I would graduate.
No, even then. It was a little
I'm
after
just-
that no one
I'm-
thought.
It
Anyways,
was when you dropped out of college that no one
I wasn't going to say it.
thought.
So then Josh was like, "Oh, my mom was asking if you were gonna go, blah 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 blah," and I was like, "Nah, I figured he'll get the information back to Betty." Yesterday morning, Betty calls me directly, and she was like, I answered
Where
the
the
phone. I
fuck
was like,
are
"What's
you?"
up?" She was like, "Where are you?" And I was like,
Bless
"In
Betty.
the living room, chilling." And she
She's
was
so
like,
funny.
"But like where?"
But like, which living room?
And I was like, "I'm in Phoenix with Josh and Perkins chilling in the living room." And she was like, "Oh, you're not coming to El Paso for the party?" And I was like, "No, like the flight this last minute. I didn't even know it was a thing. We went to San Diego. Like I already saw them. We did the family celebration. This is kind of more like friends-ish." Wait, did any of your friends go? I thought you invited your
Yeah.
friends, but I didn't see them in the picture.
Oh, they were
weren't
gone by
invited to the
then.
picture? Oh, okay. I was like, damn, you guys kicked them out of the picture. That sucks.
No.
Anyways, and then Nate had posted something on his story, and then I responded.
Oh, did he?
No, he just posted something in general on his story, and then I responded, and then he was like,
Where were
"Yo,
you?
are you in town for the party?" And I was like, "No."
I didn't
But
even know
I
he
think
was
I'm gonna
going
be-
until he was there, and I was like, "What is happening?"
Oh, what the fuck? And I was like, "No, but I think I'm gonna come into town for Thanksgiving." And then freaking Henry, I had posted when I posted about San Diego. You know, I posted a little clip of me telling the story and shit.
Of you
I
strangling the pillow. Yeah.
I had posted that on my story, and then he responded. He was like, "Yo, tell him about the time you did this, and this to me." Because I mean, he could put together that I was telling the story of me doing something, right? And he was like, "Tell him about the time you did this shit." And I was like, "Oh my god, fuck no, that's a horrible story." I'll tell you that story, but I really don't even know if I want to tell that story on the podcast.
You know that's bad because there's some stories that he was
Yeah.
like, "Should I tell that?" I'm like, "No." So if he knows he shouldn't tell that, it's a bad story.
I don't think it's that bad, but it's kind of like looking back on it, it's kind of hard to justify.
So it's
But
bad.
I don't think it's that bad. No, I don't think it's that bad.
If you think it
I
needs
think-
justification,
I think no. I think it needs context. And if I just tell what happened, I think people would very much be like, "What the fuck?" Blah 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 blah. But if you have the context of the relationship, of the friendship, of this, of that, of whatever, you still might not agree with it. But fuck you. It was my friendship. Our friendship can be whatever it is, whatever we want it to be between us. You know what I mean?
was it when you hit him with a car?
Shut up. No, I didn't do that. What the
I
fuck?
know, but I just wanted to see what you would say.
You dickhead. I mean, I got pretty close to that with Renee, but no.
I know. Actually, Renee hit your car with him. If you want to get specific with that.
He jumped on
jumped
my
on the car.
No, I'm not going to tell that. I'm not going to tell that story either. Shut up. I just realized when I say he jumped onto my car, in my head I can see exactly what's happening, but I just realized how much worse someone else could imagine and how much worse that is. Anyway, shut the fuck up. He was like, "Tell him about this time." I was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna tell him." But then I FaceTimed him because I was laughing my ass off, and I was like, "Dude, that's such a funny story. Like, it's so fucked." And he was like, "Yeah, you dickhead." And I was like, "Nah, but this, but that, but whatever." And we were just talking for a little while, and then he asked. He was like, "When are you gonna be in El Paso?" And I was like. Everybody just kept asking me like when I'm going. And I was like, I'll probably go for Thanksgiving. And he was like, all right, cool. I think he might be in town for Thanksgiving. I think he's getting out of the Navy soon. And he's gonna move back to El Paso because he. Anyways, so yeah, everybody just kept asking me this week, like, when are you coming to El Paso? When are you coming to El Paso?
Yeah, because they thought you loved me.
Yeah,
I
they
thought
were
that
wrong.
too. Anyways, no, yeah, it was funny because we had because the party, it was a last minute thing because my mom asked me what I wanted to do for like my graduation, and I was like, I want to go on vacation. That was my thing. But when Oscar graduated, he was like, I want to have a big ass party with like the whole family and money, right? that was
No, I didn't ask for money. I didn't. I asked
Okay.
for the party, and then mom was like, "Hey, how about I buy a new laptop too?" Like, and I was like, "What?" Like, I asked for the party, and she was like, "Yeah, but the party's pretty cheap." Like,
like it's coming out to be pretty cheap, yeah.
she's like, "Did party?" Like, I set aside a lot more for this occasion, and then I was like, "You know that one student loan I have?" And she was like, "Yeah," and I was like, and she was like, "Okay," and I was like, "All right, cool."
Cool.
Anyways,
Anyways,
here we are.
so
3 years
when
later, I got a
Oscar,
new laptop.
I'm
Oh, tell the story.
so
I need to
what
tell
I
the
was
story about my
saying,
laptop.
what I was saying is, I think that's why everyone was so concerned because when Oscar had his graduation party, like everyone and their mothers came, like because it was like a big event. But with
But
me,
we like
I was like,
invited people months ahead.
yeah,
And, like,
yeah,
all
yeah,
sorts of
like
shit. Yeah.
yeah. But with me, I was just like, I want a vacation because I want to go swim, you know, because we went to a beach. And when we were like there, like kind of like right before we went on vacation, my mom was like, oh, okay, so like who are you gonna invite to your graduation party? And I was like, huh? Like
Party?
and this was like a week before, like, or not a week, the
like 2 weeks before.
no. Like it was the week we're gone, right? This is the beginning of the week. This was like right here. Like it was right before we like right before I graduated. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, yeah, like you're graduating. I was like, I thought I was just getting a vacation. Like and I not even
That's
like
what I
just
said.
not even like just like, oh, just a vacation. Like no, like I thought that was it. That was the deal. And she's like, no, like you can invite your friends and like we can invite the family or whatever. And I was like, oh. I was like, I guess I'll invite like some of my school friends and like
This lady, that lady.
and I was like, yeah, and then just like everyone who's already like in town because like no
Yeah.
one out of town, you know what I mean? So, but Oscar had to already like pay for because this was the first vacation that our mom was like, all of y'all are paying for your own flights. I'm not
She's
paying
like, you
for
guys
that
are
no more.
grown. I'm
You're
not buying shit no
grown,
more. You're
which
grown and
valid.
you have jobs.
Yeah. And so Oscar had already paid for like the San Diego flight, like both, you know? So I was like, I didn't expect him to go, you know, because like that's expensive. But little did I know, he could afford it. He just didn't want to because he wanted a laptop because he thinks he's fancy. Did you see me?
No, I didn't.
I went fancy.
Fancy. Oh, shut up! You're giving it away. I was telling Sophia I got a new MacBook. I got the. I'm not gonna say. I got a MacBook Pro. I got a MacBook Air in 2017 when I graduated high school, and I've had that shit ever since. And everything I've done on my own of like video editing or this or that has all been on that MacBook, and it has no storage left. It is so slow. It cannot keep up with me when I'm trying to edit the videos. It takes so long to render. Whatever. I was like, I need a new one. I could really benefit from having a new one. I now have the money to buy a new one. I'm gonna buy a new one. My fucking hard drive doesn't even pop up when I plug it into my computer. I don't know if it's the hard drive or the computer crapping out on me, but the computer was doing other weird shit with the date and time the other day too. Anyways, I got a new MacBook. Super cool, right?
Super cool.
I was showing Sophia. I was like, look, check it out. I was on FaceTime and I was showing her. I was like, look, check it out, new MacBook. Ooh, shiny, right? And I fucking opened it and I was like, look it. And I put my little finger on the thing to unlock it. And I was like, I could unlock it with my fingerprint. Pretty cool, right? Whatever. And she was like, yeah, cool. And then I was like, here's the thing though. I put my regular finger, but I think I want to change it to my pinky. And she was like, fucking why? And I was like, cause in case one day I ever get kidnapped and they're trying to open my MacBook, they'll put my finger and it won't work. And they'll be like, fuck, this guy knew he was going to get kidnapped. He doesn't even have his fingerprint on there. What are we gonna do?
Let's put a pin in that real quick.
Wait, nope. And then I was like, plus, every time I put my pinky on that motherfucker to open it, I'll feel a little fancy.
Okay, back to the kidnappers. What shitty kidnappers are there where they're gonna try one finger and they're like, it's none of his other fingers. What you should do, because they'll never think about this, put your big toe as the fingerprint. Because, you know, they'll
So I
go
gotta get
through
my
your
dogs
regular
out every
fingers.
time I use this shit. Wear sandals everywhere. No, one time when I was in high school, there was one of those. No, it wasn't. Anyways, one time,
One time.
Sophie had a friend. Sophie had a friend that she was really good friends with.
School.
Right?
Oh,
Shut up. Sophie had a friend who was one of her best friends. Right?
one of my besties.
And I had her for class
Bestie
for some class. Right? And then I was just kind of hanging out, talking to her one time. Right? I'm gonna see if Sophia can. Sophia's not gonna figure it out because the story has nothing to do with it. I'll tell you right now when I'm done. Her friend was there. We were all just kind of hanging out, talking in general, just making conversation, whatever. She had her phone. And I was like, yo, it was back when iPhones still had buttons and they had the fingerprints, right? And I was like, yo, I don't know if I asked her to or if I just did it. I think I asked her. I was like, yo, let me put my fucking nose as a fingerprint on your phone. And I got it and I went to the fingerprint thing and I fucking put it in and I kept fucking touching my nose on it. And it's set up and it accepted it as one and I saved it. And then I was like, yo, check it out. And I showed her phone and I fucking unlock it with my nose. And I thought it was fucking hilarious. And she was like, what the hell? And it was like, it was funny. Like, it was just funny, like, interesting kind of thing. And then I was like, all right, cool. And she was like, okay, I deleted it. And I was like, what? You didn't leave it? And she was like, no. And I was like, she's like, why would I leave it? And I was like, I mean, I don't have your phone. Like, it's not like I'm going to be using it. But it would just be a funny little thing. Like, yo, check it out. You know what I mean? Anyways, that happened one time. Anyways, all right. Unless you have anything quick and important, we got to get going because I got to go to the showing.
Okay, so last night
Liar.
I had a supernatural experience.
Liar.
Okay, yeah, that didn't actually happen. That's all. That's it for today's episode, I guess, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, this is the 30th episode, by the way.
This is 30.
Yeah, I realized it. We got to 30, and then I was like, "Yo, when are we gonna make a big deal about the number of the episode?"
We'll make a big deal at 50.
I was gonna say 50 is like you have to, but then I was like, "Why didn't we make a big deal out of 25?" Like, you don't have to, but like still, why didn't we? Like, I don't think it even occurred to us.
Listen, no, this is how it goes. It goes 50, 100,
200,
then 200, 300,
then 500,
then
500, then 1,000.
Yeah, it just keeps like doubling like that. Yeah.
Well, 200, not 250, but
you're 250.
Anyways, all right, guys, bye.
Bye.